This is CRTV Southwest Regional Station. It's the Southwest Morning Show, and at this moment we have with us in the studio three young ladies. We have 𝐿𝐤𝐳𝐿, Lupa Kawu Christel, and 𝐿𝐤𝐳𝐿. They are here to talk about the activities of the Lifafa Research Foundation with focus on issues relating to mental health and the activities of the Lifafa Research Foundation. We stay with mental health. We have a few minutes to be together. The country that where people, due to the crisis, the IDPs, internally displaced people, there are a lot of things that expose people to serious mental health challenges. So, from the work that you've done in the field, that you are doing on the field, what would you say are some of the major mental health challenges that people face in the Southwest?
Okay, thank you very much. This is the work the Lifafa Research Foundation has been able to do under the 𝐶𝐚𝐥 project. The 𝐶𝐚𝐥 project is simply an acronym which stands for Promoting Mental Health Amongst Youth. And with this project, the Lifafa Research Foundation has been able to reach out to so many youth and up to about 2,000 youths, creating awareness on mental health. And the most prevalent mental health conditions we find in our community today, like we are carrying out projects in 𝐿𝐤𝐳𝐿, 𝐿𝐤𝐳𝐿, that far. So the most prevalent symptoms and issues of mental health, we have anxiety, depression, and suicide ideations, and suicide too. So youths in this area have really shown a great prevalence of anxiety, depression, and suicide. So the Lifafa Research Foundation under the 𝐶𝐚𝐥 project is trying to debunk the myth in mental health assessment. Or for example, we are trying to reduce the taboo of mental health, because people see mental health as not being an illness today. They see mental health as just a normal phenomenon. But the Lifafa Research Foundation under the 𝐶𝐚𝐥 project is here to stop all of that, to bring people to the idea that mental health is something that needs a lot of help. People need a lot of help with their mental health. Many people have been unable to function properly today. We find our youth committing suicide. We find our youth failing in schools. We find youth engaging themselves into drug addiction, into many things in our society today because of previous mental health issues. Many people don't want to get bullies online, get negative comments online. So the kind of information they access, the kind of information youths lay their hands on, actually derails their mental health to a greater form.
I want us to come back to mental health. A while ago, you talked of bullying, and it's quite normal for bullying to occur in school, secondary school, high school. I myself, I was a victim of bullying in secondary, and many of us were in secondary school, where students, classmates can be so mean, insulting people maybe on their background, their physique, or other things. How can bullying, how does uncontrolled bullying in a school environment lead to serious mental health issues in a young person?
Bullying is really something I will not advise any student or any school to take it lightly among students. For a student to become a bully, therefore that student was once bullied. So if the student is becoming a bully, the student just wants to pay back just like is taking vengeance on what was done to him or her back then. So bullying actually is really something that brings down the mental health of youth. Imagine being bullied at school, and that is the place where you'll be there for like almost a year all the time.
Sometimes even more, 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
The same faces all the time. Then students tend to stay back at home. Many students, you see students running away from school. Students don't want to attend classes, all because of this. They're afraid of one or two of their classmates. They will be bullied. Majority of the students nowadays, they find themselves in a situation of bullying or bully because maybe they refuse to give an answer in class, maybe they refuse to like share their meals with friends, and they become bullied. So I would really advise that principals in schools, head of the management committees in schools should really take this into account, because majority of the students nowadays, they really avoid schools, and parents don't even pay attention on the reasons why students avoid school. Majority of them is because they are being bullied in school. They are not comfortable in school. If students are not comfortable with the environment in which they are learning in, therefore they cannot be productive. They cannot bring home good results that the parents desire.
Some young people, students, secondary school, high school, due to strained relationships with their parents or guardians, family members, for a number of reasons, they develop mental health problems. Maybe they are not living up to the aspirations of their parents, their families. Maybe they are not doing well in school, or they have one or two shortcomings, and due to that, it leads to strained relationships in the family cycle. What advice can you give to parents, to guardians, with regards to relating with their children in such a way that they do not get into maybe depression or things like that? What can they do to enable their children to have to be sane, to be okay, so to speak?
Lifafa Research Foundation, like I said, has been able to reach to over 2,000 youths on the aspect of mental health. And I would say majority of them come up with these mental health issues because of adverse childhood experiences. We call them ACEs. Many youths develop mental health issues in the later on because of adverse childhood experiences. Majority of them were bullied in their houses. Some of them experienced neglect. Maybe some of them were from a divorced family, and parents actually did not have time for these children when they were young. So my greatest advice to parents today is that they should listen to their children. Give listening ears to your children, because if the children will always tell you depending on what you ask them. And parents should make themselves open, reachable by children, friendly to children, such that they can easily open up to them. Now, many youth today feel very uncomfortable opening up to their parents because they think their parents might shout at them. We are African parents. We don't want to listen to something and just take it lightly. Majority of our African parents today, they listen to the slightest comments from a child and just react negatively. But this is the time Lifafa Research Foundation is calling on all parents to actually give listening ears to their children. Listen to their children, take advice from their children, look for strategies in which they can solve their problems. And also, if they cannot handle it at the family level, they cannot handle it at the level of the house, Lifafa Research Foundation is there. There are counselors at Lifafa Research Foundation, clinical psychologists, where we can attend to these children and better assess the reasons why they come up with mental health challenges.